betting.com. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour, give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. And that's what we do here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It's a live free sports mix for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and SCP Betting. Let's take a look at who's on the show with us for today. All right, with us, Ninos. Got Brian Bitler, Jovan Burts, Jay Briggs, and Zawacky. And here's how the lineup for this evening here. We've got Ninos, Briggs, Burts, Bitler, Zawacky, and then I will close this one out. All right, we got a college football game in prime time, lots of NBA, a few NHL, lots of college hoops on the card tonight. So let's get this one underway. Let's go ahead and welcome in Ninos. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We're bringing Al right now. Al, what's happening?
Going pretty good. How are you doing, Tony?
Doing great. All right, here we go tonight, 7:40 Eastern Time. Hawks here hosting the Lakers. The Hawks favored 6.5, total 242.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting matchup. I think the line looks a little bit off to me. I mean, I know the Lakers have been terrible, but it's not like the Hawks have been too much better themselves. There was a big question mark around LeBron James. Now, we've seen him on the injury list all season long, but he's been listed as probable more often than questionable, and he looked really questionable going into this one. Anyways, he's confirmed back in the lineup today. The line's dropped a little bit because of that, of course, but I still think that I'd rather have LeBron James on the court with these Lakers than another 1.5 or so. So, especially when we're still getting 6 points here, and I just I don't know if I think definitely. I mean, I wouldn't even mess with the Hawks on the money line anyway, because I mean it's just a game again, just because they haven't been playing that well. I do expect them to win this game, but I would definitely not be shocked if the Lakers won it outright either. So definitely grabbing the points here with the Lakers.
All right, Al Nino says he likes the points here with the Lakers. And, of course, the line, of course, at this time of the day, we're going to see some line movement. We have seen line movements. Now, it's going to show 6.5 here. Now it's at 5.5 in many places right now, maybe even 5. But actually 5.5 seems to be the norm right now in this game. So you've lost a point of value only because, again, the LeBron James looks like the question mark is off him. Looks like he's expected to play. Schroeder's still in question. Reeves still in question. Although they're more now on the probable side. Reeves, Schroeder probable. Walker questionable. On the Hawks side, we can pretty much pencil in Young. Young is probable now. Capella and Hunter will be the ones out. And, of course, the only question here is, what are you going to get here from these Lakers with no Anthony Davis? It's been mostly bad. There's been some good in there, but the goods come against some of the bad teams.
No, it's been, as you said, very mostly bad, and they haven't not looked the same. They've looked terrible almost. I mean, they don't even hardly look like a professional basketball team when he's off the court. But again, given the way the Hawks have been playing, I don't think they've been playing well enough to lay 2 possessions or so. So, and you're right, the number is dropping. I see 5.5 and juice, so definitely looking like it's headed to 5 and lower. But again, I still like getting anything over a basket here with the Lakers. Anything over 3 points, I guess, would be good for me with the Lakers here.
All right, Al Ninos here on the Lakers. Plus now 5.5 against the Hawks. This one will have a start time here of 7:40 Eastern Time. All right, Al, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium for tonight's action. Of course, lots rolling over there on the site, so we'll go ahead and pull up the what we have tonight. Well, we got NBA on the board. We also have a lot of college hoops in action, a bowl game in prime time. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Still got that ball game up there and 3-pack in the NBA, so check that out. And my best bet in the NHL as well as an extra play on the ice for everyone on the long-term passes. So definitely still your best way to go, or getting the 2-for-1 capper specials.
That's right, guys. Again, I'm here with Al Ninos over at Pick Dogs Premium. As you can see, right now, he's got that NBA three-pointer there up on the board. Get his 3 best plays from the NBA. Also in action with NHL Power Play. Got a few games on the board from the NHL. He's got one up there for you now in action with the Orange Bowl. But here we are on a Friday. Perfect time to get Al Ninos' 3-day all sports pass. Get all the Ninos Premium plays for 3 days. Included there will be the bowl games today. And, of course, tomorrow, those 4 big bowl games tomorrow, including those 2 playoff games. Also in action, the NFL has a 14-game card here on Sunday, and all of his NBA, all of his NHL, all his college hoops. There with that 3-day all sports pass, their best value right now over at Pick Dogs. You can use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion even greater value there. All right, Al Ninos, it's always great having you on the show. We'll talk with you next week and have a Happy New Year. But I know you also contribute to the weekend shows.
That's right. Happy New Year, Tony. I guess I won't be seeing you before then, but yeah, I should be on the morning show tomorrow morning, and hopefully not too hungover to make it on New Year's either. No, I should be okay. I don't really drink that much anymore, so I should be okay for Sunday morning. So yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah, just all right. So we'll look for El Nino. It's a little easier on the East Coast at that 10 a.m. Eastern time. So the West Coast guys, it's gonna be tough for the West Coast guys. So check them out. Weekend show, 10 a.m. Eastern time. You'll find El Ninos and Company. Go ahead.
Although if I was on the West Coast, I could just stay up till 7, but that's an entirely different story. I try to get my rest before the show. But yeah, anyway, so Happy New Year, Tony, and we'll see you on Monday.
Happy New Year to you. El Nino's here on the drive-thru. Catch him on the weekend show. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Next up, we're going to Jay Briggs. You'll find Jay over at Pig Dogs Premium. Chalk one up for the Cowboys last night, Jay. For the early bettors, you cashed. For the late bettors, I don't know. Maybe if you may not have, where you pushed.
Yeah, I definitely was in way early, and then I caught right before halftime. Kind of before kickoff again at 12 and a half. So it was a good night for me. We kind of struggled there, but win and cover is good in my book, man.
Yeah, and that put the pressure on the Eagles. You just never know. I know guys, I know people, there's no way the Eagles will lose. Listen, man, we've seen it happen before, okay? Just put the pressure on, tighten the screws. The Eagles have played with no pressure the entire season. Now they're filmed just a little bit, and they got to go with possibly a backup.
You're right, Tony. In New Orleans, they're no pushover. They're having a down season, but they can still make the playoffs. They control their own destiny as well. So, we'll see what happens here on Sunday with that game.
We'll see what happens there. We're coming to the NBA tonight here with Jay. We have the Bucks at home hosting the Timberwolves. The Bucks laying 7, total 228.
Yes, sir, Tony. In this game, man, we got two teams both that have been struggling here recently, man. Both teams have lost 4 games straight. This is going to be the Minnesota Timberwolves' 4th straight road game, however, and I just don't like taking teams in these spots, man. Like I said, they've already lost 4 straight games. I think they lose their 5th here against Milwaukee. I know Milwaukee has lost 4 straight in their own right, but Milwaukee, I think their schedule was harder than what the Minnesota Timberwolves had faced, and they had played 6 straight road games themselves, the Milwaukee Bucks did. They do return home in this one, and I think they put their best foot forward. No Holiday and no Middleton, but we just seen Giannis go for 45 in his last one. Granted, they lost in a game they shouldn't have lost. I was on them, and now when they were up 10 with like a minute 50 to go, and they coughed it up to the Bulls, went to overtime and lost. But I think tonight at home is a perfect bounce back and get right spot for a Milwaukee Bucks team who we know is one of the top echelon teams in the league, and I think they can get right here at home tonight, Tony. I'll lay the points with them.
All right, we got Jay here on the Bucks. Lay the 7 here against the T-Wolves. The Bucks kind of remind me of the Nuggets. When they look bad on the road, they look really bad. But they've been a pretty good home team. And sometimes you forget about that, right? When you get these losses, most of them have been on the road. And they've won and covered 5 of their past 6 at home. And they've been on the road a lot in December. If you go back and look at the schedule, it's been a kind of a brutal. You can understand, when you play these many road games, you are going to start to fade a little bit. The fatigue is going to hit you. But at home, they're a good defensive team. The whole team's 108 points per 100 possessions. They score about 118 per 100, so net rating of plus 10 here. And it's just the only concern here is their first game back from the road trip. That's the only concern here. I'm with you there on the Bucks. The only little hint of concern I have is that it's their first game. I like them better if it was the second or third game of the homestand, but it's the first one.
Now, Tony, that's exactly why it wasn't a premium for me. Other than that, I was all over the Bucks. Sometimes we do see teams kind of return home, and in that first one, it could be a flat spot. But I do love the spot better for them because the Timberwolves also, they've been on a long road stand too. So, and they're on a losing streak. So I think they kind of balance out. And like you were saying about the Bucks, man, we gonna look at their last schedule. The teams that they were playing were no slouches. The New Orleans, Cleveland on the road, Brooklyn on the road, Boston on the road. Those are top echelon teams in the NBA. So they did get beat pretty handily on those, but I think tonight at home, I think they kind of flex their muscles a little bit on the Timberwolves.
Yeah, T-Wolves have lost 6 of 7, sitting 25th in offensive efficiency. Here's the problem with the Timberwolves. They can't make threes. In this day and age, you got to make the threes. And it's a shame because they got good players.
They do, and I was just going to say, I think a huge part of that is Karl Anthony Towns has been out. He is a stretch big. He can definitely stretch the floor, shooting those threes. And I think I've been a huge guy saying that the addition of Rudy Gobert for that Timberwolves team was terrible. He messes up the floor spacing for the Timberwolves, and it kind of messes up that inside-outside game that Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns had going. Now, the big doesn't necessarily have to respect the three-pointer because they can keep somebody out there, and Rudy Gobert is just sitting there in the middle of the paint, kind of throws off the spacing of the floor. So we'll see when Karl Anthony Towns get back if that kind of pushes this team back and forward. But sitting at 16 and 19 right now, Tony, I'm telling you that Rudy Gobert trade might go down as one of the worst ones in NBA history.
Yeah, they should have looked at a three-point shooter. That's what you really need right now in the league. Bucks lay the 7 here against the Turbos. This one will have a start time here of 8 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Jay, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Print for tonight's action here. Showing profit over the last 30 days, 387 units of profit. We got lots on the board here from the NBA. A lot of college hoops action. Still got that bowl game in prime time. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Yes, sir, Tony. Straight NBA for me tonight. I got 5 plays total up there. But I got them broken down in different packages. I got a mega pack up there with all 5 of the plays. I have a money-making 3-pack up there for you guys, or you can just grab my best bet tonight, my $15 NBA Jam Session play. So, you could grab all those plays, or you can do the best thing and hop on a 3-day, 7-day, 30-day. Hop on something long-term, save yourself some money, and help me make you some money. So, yeah, man, that's the best thing to do. We got a lot of action coming up this weekend. And start of the new year right around the corner, Tony. So I'm ready to smash it, trying to get hot here right at the right time, and trying to continue stacking some units.
That's right, stack some units here with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dogs. We see the great results here. 387 units of profit last 30 days. Get on board here. Jay has his jam session, $15 premium play. Get on board with it. Credit guarantee, meaning it must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for side credits. That is credit guarantee. Also in action tonight with a 3-pack here from the NBA Mega Pack, a 5-pack as well up there. So get on board. Probably the best value right now is get the long-term pass. You can get on board with Jay's 3-day all sports pass. Get all of Jay's premium plays for 3 days. Included here is your college football bowls. Of course, remember the playoffs are tomorrow. 2 playoff games, 2 bowl games, 4 bowl games tomorrow. Also that 14-game NFL card on Sunday, as well as all the NBA, all the college hoops here for the next 3 days. Great way to go. Here we are on our Friday. Use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Jay, as always, great having the show. We'll talk with you again next week. And I know you contribute a lot over the Pick Dogs. We catch your jam session. You cover every NBA game on the board. Also, we'll catch it on the NFL Sunday and the halftime shows with Mitch.
Yes, sir. You can catch me halftime with Mitch this weekend. Catch me on the jam session every day as I go through every NBA game. Should be on the morning show in the morning with all the guys, so that should be a fun time. And right back here on the drive-through next week with you. So let's continue making money here at Pick Dogs.
And you're making money, Jay. Have yourself a great evening. We'll talk with you again next week.
See you next week, Tony. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you as well. Jay Briggs here on the drive-through. Guys, reminder, if you miss any picks, we'll do a complete recap at the end of the show. Jovan will help us out with that. Speaking of Jovan, let's bring him in right now. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs PM. Have a great 2022. So let's bring in Jovan Burts in right now. You check him out over at Pick Dogs PM. Catch his parlay video of the day every day. Jovan, what's happening?
Yeah, what's going on, Tony? How you doing?
Doing great. All right, here we go tonight. We got the Warriors facing the Trailblazers. This line continues to creep downward a little bit. Portland now 1.5 favorite, total 233.
Yeah, I'm not touching the side. I'm on the under in this one. Now, you look at these two teams. Yeah, they could score a lot of points, and they do on most nights. But last 3 games for both teams, it's stayed under. And these are high totals that we're dealing with. So, teams that go into Golden State, they seem to, all of a sudden not score. Case in point, a few weeks ago with the Celtics when they was on their road trip and, beating teams down. They get to Golden State. Next thing you know, they can't score a lick. They only dropped 107 points. And that's been a common theme, for opponents going into Golden State. These two last 4 matchups, the under has cashed. All but one game. It's been 3-0-1. So there was 3 wins and 1 push. So I like those trends as far as the under. I'm an under guy, so the the way the NBA goes, especially in the regular season, with the way the game's officiated, I had to pick my spots, take it unders. So I think this one right here, I think this is right up my alley. So I'm on the under. And you also have a Portland team who, under their coach Chauncey Billups, they're dedicated to playing defense. They're 11th in scoring defense. And some of the other metrics defensively are real good. So, I like my chances tonight.
Yeah, we got the Jovan here, Trailblazers Warriors under 233. Portland's a totally different team, home and away. At home, they'll try and outscore you, use those three scorers on you, use the crowd to their advantage. But on the road, it's been more, as you said, defensive and lack of scoring to some degree. And of course, when you look at the Warriors at home, they still have won 15 of 7 at home, and they're still holding teams of 43% shooting on their home court.
Right. I mean, and I don't know what it is, but we all know that their home and road splits are night and day. So whatever's going on and how they're holding teams at home, hey, just keep on doing it. I might look at a team total under to go along with this under on the road side, of course, with the Trailblazers. So there's a multitude of ways to play this game. I see some props that I like, but yeah. I like the under full game, and I think I might dig deep into the team total of the Trailblazers to stay under.
There you go. You got it from Jovan.
Little added bonus pick, if you want to take that.
There you go. A little bonus pick there from Jovan. Trailblazers, Warriors under 233. This one to have a start time here of 10 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Jovan. Let's take a look at Pick Dodge Premium for tonight's action. Of course, a great results here for Jovan for 2022. 2,184 units of profit. That is all documented over at Pick Dodge Premium, showing profit here over the last 30 days. Showing profit here, college hoops, NFL, college football. A lot going on this weekend. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Yeah, it's Friday, so you know what that means. Trying to take fly on these books with my Take Flight Friday Triple Threat 3-pack. A play in the College Bowl game, a play in the NBA, and a play in college basketball, all wrapped up in the one, gonna cash this 3-pack. Also got some plays individually. I got the Orange Bowl game. I have a play on that. I have other individually sold games, and I also have a NCAA, and I have a hardwood 3-pack. Nothing but basketball action, 1 NBA, 2 college basketball plays. Sure to be some hitters in that group. Looking to end the year on a high note with today. Going into tomorrow, the last 2 days of the year. Then on the first, what do we have? We have the NFL popping. So check me out my 3-day, my 7-day, my 30-day. You also, load up on the yearly as well. Or match me up with the other handicappers with 2-for-1 capital emotional. Can't go here, SBP betting and Pick Dogs. Let's get it.
Let's get in deal with Jovan Burts over at Pick Dogs. You see the great year from Jovan, 2,184 units of profit, all documented over at Pick Dogs. You can verify that. They're going to his page. You'll see the numbers there. Jovan has his Take Flight Friday Triple Threat 3-pack. Best plays here from college basketball, NBA, and college football all together in a 3-pack that is up on the board right now. Credit guarantee, formally priced at $39. Also, a lot of individual plays here with the Orange Bowl pick and NBA individual play as well. And of course, Jovan's Triple Threat 3-pack up there as well. So lots of action from Jovan. But again, here we are on a Friday. A great value right now is that 3-day Pack Pass. 3 of Jovan's plays here. Premium plays for 3 days. Remember, we got the action tonight from the bowl games, all the NBA. And, of course, tomorrow we got the playoff games from college football. A total of 4 bowl games, including the playoffs. All your college hoops, all your NBA. Then we get into Sunday's action with the NFL 14-game card. We'll sprinkle in some NBA and college hoops in there as well. Your 3-day pass is a great value right now over at Pick Dogs Premium. You can add a second capper with that 2-point capper promotion. Even greater value there. And use the promo code PICK at checkout, and you will save 15% off. All right, Jovan, as always, great having you on the show. Have a great evening. I know we can catch your parlay video of the day. We'll catch you on the weekend show as well. And then, of course, we'll talk with you a little bit here on the recap.
Yeah, absolutely. Next one up for the parlay is going to be Most likely the NFL slate. Tomorrow I think I might have a little bit too much, on the on the wood, the deal with a parlay. I don't want to. So the thing about me is if I'm putting out a parlay, then it's not going to be on a premium. I'm not going to double dip. So if I'm loading up on a Saturday, which I usually do, then it's probably not gonna be a parlay to be had. Maybe I'll see. I might get cold feet on a couple of premiums, but I usually don't. So just throwing that out there. But the NFL, for week 17, I'm definitely gonna have a parlay. So check me out on that. And also got free picks tomorrow and Sunday on the morning show, and then of course here on the drive-through Mondays and Fridays like clockwork.
That's right. So if you're looking for his parlay, just watch the morning show. You get this player there tomorrow morning with the guys at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Which Jovan will be there with Mitch, Rod, and Chris will be there in the show. Well, as many of the drive-through cappers, you'll find them there on the show. All right, Jovan, we'll talk with you a little bit on the recap.
Absolutely, I'll be here.
You got it. Jovan Burts here on the drive-through. Reminder, guys, if you miss any picks, we'll recap at the end of the show. We're seeing a lot of people sign in. A shout out there to our man, James Thrower. And he gave me a shout. Give him a shout out back out there. We're getting Gerardo Bonilla here with some plays up there, guys. Check out the chat room. We got Mills has made an appearance, and he's I agree with him, guys. If you feel like hitting something, hit the like button. That's from Mills. Let's continue on here on the drive-through. I know. We'll go ahead and bring in next up will be Brian Bitler. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. I know, Brian. Do you feel like hitting something?
Yeah, I feel like hitting some games. I started off with 2 straight losses today, and that's after a few days of a winning day. So I'm looking to sweep the rest of the later card because the early card put me in a bad mood for today. So let's get back to winning.
Let's get back to the winning ways here tonight. We're going late night, 10 Eastern time. We're in the Pac-12 conference action here as Washington here will host USC. USC laying 2 here, total 138.5.
Yeah, this game perfect for the all-night better is it's real. I think it's 11:30 start here, but I'm going to roll here the Washington Huskies plus the points late Friday night. It's big Pac-12 action. USC should get all the bandwagon guys excited because they come in this one off a 6 straight wins here, and Washington comes in off an embarrassing blowout home loss to Auburn, where they just got absolutely embarrassed. USC, though, has not been a cover team on a Friday night, dropping 4 straight against the spread. USC has also had issues following up a cover with another one, just 2-8 last 10 games following an ATS win. Huskies come into this one. They've been a good bounce-back team, 5-0 against the spread after a double-digit home loss. Huskies are also 5-0 ATS last 5 games following a straight-up loss of 20 or more points here. Huskies also 10-2 following an ATS loss. So for me, I'm going to take the 2 points here and the Washington Huskies. I think they knock off USC, who's been playing great basketball. I'm going to take the points for safety. Washington Huskies plus the points.
All right, Brian here will be on the Washington Huskies here. And, of course, taking the 2 points here. Of course, this is a home game for them. So they did have that drop off to Auburn. Auburn, a pretty good quality team. But this is a team that has shown some improvement over the last few seasons. It's been kind of a down season here, down a couple of years here for this Huskies team. But they are showing some signs here. They're defending. They make their free throws. And they are forcing turnovers defensively.
Yeah, it's been a little rough stretch for Washington since Fultz was there in Washington. Yeah. Husky. The Sixers took him number 1. He was a big flop. But this is one of those games where Washington has to win if they want to be a contender. You got to be able to beat USC. I think it's definitely doable. And it's never easy to go into Washington and win, no matter how good they are with that.
No, USC
Washington and Utah, teams like that.
Yeah, one thing with Washington, they have size, and USC commits a lot of turnovers. Even though they've got size too, USC does not rebound well, and they commit a lot of turnovers. So that's what that's the thing you got to worry about with those turnovers. Sometimes turnovers lead to easy points the other way, especially on the road. And they are not a very good free throw shooting team either. So there's some issues there with the Trojans. We got Brian here on Washington here, +2 against the Trojans. This one to have a start time here of 10 Eastern time over on ESPN2. All right, Brian, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium for tonight's action. Of course, a lot of NBA tonight. We got a lot of college hoops as well. A lot of conference play here, as well as a few from the ice and one bowl game. A good one, too. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Well, I've had a big bowl loser early today, but I got my no limit college football bowl play going off tomorrow. It's in the big Ohio State And
Georgia
game, you're going to want to pick that up. It's definitely going to be a super contest. I got the winner there for $30 at pickdogs.com. Or my titanium wager goes off tonight. That's in the NBA. I think I've cashed 5 straight NBA premiums and 39 and 24 overall, 62% run in the NBA. And this $15 titanium play, which was a push yesterday with that under in the Titans. I guess push some places, win some places, lost some places. But overall, 85 and 53, 62% winner on that $15 best bet. You can get at pickdogs.com.
So, all right, guys, get on board with Brian Bitler over at Pick Dogs. Premium. Look at the numbers in the NFL this year: 1,002 units of profit. Also showing profit in the NBA this year, the NHL this season. College football this year showing great profit. Even finished with a profitable baseball season, which is hard to do considering how many days there are, how many games there are in the season. So get on board with Brian. He's got that $15 premium play, that titanium wager up on the board right now. Going on from Brian Bitler right now over at Pick Dogs Premium. So you can get on board right now with Brian there with that $15 premium play. Must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for side credits. That is credit guarantee. Also in action, NBA executive order play, NHL play from Brian. He's going to go square dancing. Friday square dancing, 3-pack in there. He's ready to square dance and pound out the bookie there with that 3-pack. Of course, as we mentioned again, here we are on a Friday. The 3-day pass is great. You get all of Brian's premium plays for 3 days in action tonight with his plays, as well as tomorrow. We have 4 bowl games, 2 playoff games up there. The NFL comes in on Sunday with 14 games, all the NBA, all the college hoops, all the NHL. Your 3-day pass, loaded New Year's weekend. Get on board with Brian Bitler's 3-day all sports pass. Use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. You can add a second capper with that, 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Brian, as always, great to have you on the show. Have a happy New Year, and we'll talk with you again on Monday.
Yeah, make sure you have a happy New Year, Tony. I know I don't party like I used to on New Year's Eve, but with all this sports action, that's all I need to have some fun. A couple beers, and some good college football and NFL action. I'm good to go.
Exactly, no doubt about that. All right, have a happy New Year, Brian. We'll talk with you again on Monday.
Talk to you later, Tony. Have a good one.
You got Brian Bitler here on this ride through. Remember, guys, if you miss any pick, we'll recap at the end of the show. Jovan will help us out. Let's continue on here on the drive-through. Time to welcome in Rod Zawacky. He's been good to us here on the show. Let's bring him in right now on Steak Friday. Rod, what's happening?
Nah, not too much. Enjoying the daytime sports. Got the contest all cut up, so I definitely was able to tune in and watch some nice daytime hoops and some college football bowl game action. Crazy games, but off to a nice 3-1 start to the day. Can't complain. Let's get some more winners tonight.
Yeah, maybe Dorian Robinson-Thomas should have sat out the bowl game like people were thinking he should have done. He just destroyed his NFL stock.
Right? Maybe he should have sat out.
Just destroyed it completely. Well, anyway, those picks. I mean, there was the picks that got him in trouble against USC, right? That's what that's how it rolls. So we'll see. You want to get in that Senior Bowl. For somebody like him as a later round pick, maybe a third round, maybe a fourth round. I don't know where he sits in the draft, but he's not discussed with the top quarterbacks. He's someone who needs to be in the Senior Bowl, and that might hurt his chances. Because if you get in the Senior Bowl, there's always NFL coaches there. Because you're thinking if New England doesn't get in the playoffs, Belichick will coach one of the sides in the Senior Bowl, and the Rams coach will probably coach the other side. So you're going to get some good coaching and get some good exposure, but you need a good showing in this game.
Yep, exactly. Definitely did a good showing in this game, and did not happen.
Carolina,
did not happen.
We're going to the ice tonight here. It's cold, so we're going to take Carolina here hosting Florida. Florida favored here at total 6.
Yeah, and you look at this game, Florida's on the back-to-back in this one, and you look at the Panthers on the back-to-back. They don't fare so well. They're 1-6 off of 0 days rest. And sure, the Panthers got themselves a nice win, beating up on lonely Montreal 7-2 last night. Now let's see them play a real team. When they have to play a team that's this Carolina team, 9 straight wins, rolling right along. This Panthers team 1-7 the last 8 versus a team with a winning record. I don't like the Panthers' chances tonight. Carolina's been rolling along. You don't want to sit in front of this freight train. 9 straight wins. And, look who's getting the start. Spencer Knight getting the start for the Panthers. He hasn't made his starting goal since he gave up 7 to the Boston Bruins. Last time we see him out, December 19th. I think he's in trouble here tonight against this Carolina team that can definitely light the lamp. Spencer Knight, his last 5 starts on the road, 3.66 goals against average. and he's got one against Antti Ranta. And Antti Ranta's been pretty solid in goal for these Carolina Hurricanes. He got the nice shutout to start the week on Monday. It was against the Lonely Blackhawks, but still 24 saves in that outing. And then you look on the season, he's 8-2-2 with a 2.79 goals against average. I like Carolina's chances here. I think they pound Florida in this one. We're going to go with the Carolina Hurricanes on the puck line. I think they win by 2+.
Yeah, take the puck line back-to-back spot here. You looked at Florida in back-to-backs. They were pounded by Seattle at home 5-2, and of course the road mark has not been good here for Florida. You look over their past 5 games, you give up a lot of goals here at 4 a game.
Oh yeah, easily. This Florida Panthers team that won the President's Trophy last year is definitely not the same Florida Panthers team this season, and especially on the road. 7-11-1 in their last 19 road games, and on the back-to-back, as I said earlier, 1-6 on the back-to-back. This is a tough spot with Spencer Knight going in goal. He gave up 7 last time to the Bruins. How much is he going to give up to Aho and the Hurricanes in this one? You
look at over their past 5 games, they're about doubling up opponents too. So there you go. They're scoring about 4, giving about 2. They're doubling up opponents over the past 5. Rod here, a puck line with Carolina, lay the goal and a half at plus 145 here against Florida. This one to have a start time here, 7:37 Eastern time. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Prim for tonight's action. Of course, got lots on the board from the NBA, a few NHL, lots of college basketball throughout the day. It's been fun to watch. Also, one big bowl game tonight. As the big boys here, we got a New Year's Day bowl game here on the 30th. What do you have going over at Pick Dodge Premium?
And for me over at Pick Dodge Premium tonight, it's Friday, so it's Steak Friday. You can grab my Steak Friday pass, and you get 5 appealing plays that I love in 3 in tonight's NBA, 2 in tonight's NHL action. My $15 NHL cross-check play is included in the Steak Friday package, so you can get it as well. Or if you just want the NBA action, I've got it separated. You get my full court Friday press. You get all 3 NBA action that I have. And I have his action in tonight's bowl game. That's for long-term subscribers. So jump on something long-term and be able to scoop that up as well. Grab a 3-day, grab a 7-day, grab a 30-day as we head into the new year. I think it's going to get a little bit hot in here as we start to heat up. Looking forward to 2023, and let's kick it up right. Make some money.
Make some money indeed, guys. You got Rod Zawacky over at Pick Dogs Prim. Boy, what are the last 24 hours for Rod? 340 units of profit document over at Pick Dogs Prim. He's been on fire. Steak Friday is ready to roll here with a 5-pack from Rod. Happy Friday. 3 NBA, 2 NHLs on his 5-pack. Also in that 5-pack is his $15 premium play. So credit guarantee must turn a profit. The amount you purchase is credit back in your account. First side credit, that is credit guarantee. Standalone, that $15 NHL play is in that 5-pack, or you could buy it standalone if you choose. But again, here we are on a Friday. We always talk about that 3-day pass. Boy, is it great right now, especially with the college bowl games coming up here on Saturday, the 2 playoff games in there as well. And of course, don't forget that big 14-game NFL card here on Sunday. All your NBA, all your college hoops, all your NHL, your 3-day pass. A great value right now over at Pick Dogs Premium. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. And Rod always gets that Monday Night Football play in there on Sunday for those 3-day all sports pass. So really good value there. So get on board with Rod and that 3-day pass. All right, Rod, it's always great having you on the show. Have a Happy New Year. And we'll talk with you again on Monday.
Yeah, definitely. Happy New Year to you, Tony. Everybody else I'll see tomorrow for New Year's Day Saturday action. I don't know who's going to join us, but definitely always fun. Join us for the morning show. Smash that like button. Costs you nothing. Helps us out a ton. We appreciate everybody. And definitely, you have yourself a good New Year's, Tony. And we'll see you next year.
See you next year in 2023. Rod Zawacky here on the drive-through. Guys, again, if you miss any picks, we'll recap at the end of the show. Jovan will help me out, so stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-through. Now it's time for my pick. Let me get my game up here, and let me just see to make sure there's no line change, because this one had some line changes, because I had put 5.5, and then all of a sudden I saw the 3.5 come up, or 4.5 come up. It did open at 3.5, but it's settled here at 4.5, and that's where it's at. Wizards and Magic here. The Brawler. We got the Brawl and Magic against the Wizards here. Wizards on the road, 4.5, total 226.5, and we're gonna be on the home underdog. Home underdog Magic. It is now 4.5 because again, there's been some line movement here. There might have been. So let's see. Let me hit the old refresh button here as we are in the witching hour as these games are about to start, and there's a lot of injury news coming up here. right before the start of these games, and we can now say that. Well, did I see it? Am I right? We've got here are the injuries. Okay, this is what caused the line move. Beal is now out. Beal is out for Washington. So is Taj Gibson. So that's the big news there on the Washington side. Still that laundry list for Orlando. And listen, this is what their injury list has looked for the past 2 seasons anyway. So you got Anthony, Bamba, Carter, Hampton, Harris, Isaac, Okiki, Suggs, Wagner out. Now let's see who's in. Fultz, Wagner, Ross, Boncaro, and Bull. I'm good. I'm good with those 5 against this Washington team. I have no worries there. And also too, does something look a little funny to you in this game? Does something look? Yeah, Washington's a road favorite. Road favorite. You got to be kidding me. Washington a road favorite. They are. I looked this number since 2019. I dropped the pin on 2019. Okay, so since 2019, the Wizards 32% cover as a road favorite, 7-15-1 to the spread as a road favorite. I thought to myself, I can't even believe they've been a road favorite that many times, but they have. But anyway, we're going to take the dog here with Orlando. They're at home. The Magic, by the way, I know the Magic's had their issues, but they have covered 5 of 6 at home, scoring 117 points per 100 possessions while allowing 112 per 100. So they're back home. Let's get something happen. Let's make it happen here. And I know the Wizards have had some success of late, but no Beal here. And again, like I said, when you look at the Orlando injury report, it looked like this for 2 years. These guys are used to playing with different guys. But again, Bull, Boncaro, Ross, Wagner, Franz Wagner, and Fultz, I'm good. I'm good to go. So I'll take them here at plus the 4.5, which it is now the price now because of the news on Beal that's come in late. So we'll go that route. All right, guys, check out Pick Dogs Premium tonight. I've got 3-pack from the NBA still going, as well as my best bet up there from college football. So you can get it signed up with my plays for tonight. You can also get on board with my long-term pass. You know, that 3-day pass is a really good value right now. Get all of my premium plays for 3 days. We got the plays tonight. We got the college football bowl games here and more on Saturday. Of course, the 14-game NFL card here on Sunday. Your 3-day all sports pass, a really good value right now over at Pick Dogs. You can match me up with another capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion, even greater value there. Of course, you can match me up with the Rod. You can match me up with Jay, with Al Ninos, with Brian Bitler, with Jovan. Brian Bitler, Jay, great value right now with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Great value right now over at Pick Dogs. Let's continue on here with the show. It is now time to recap. Let's bring in Jovan to help me out with the recap. We start with El Ninos. He liked the Lakers here. Let's see where you're at now. Their Lakers are actually they're still at 6.5. So it was 5. It was 5.5. Now it's back to 6.5. So the money's going against them now. Okay, so 6.5 here against the Hawks. Jay was on the Bucks, laid the 7 against the T-Wolves. Jovan, Trailblazers, Warriors under 233. Brian was on Washington Huskies +2 against USC. We got Ron on the Carolina team, puck line +145 against Florida in the NHL. I'm on the Magic, is now 4.5 dog here against the Wizards. All right, Jovan, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
I'm gonna take a shot with the Bucks. Like the Bucks in this one.
Yeah, I kind of agree there. The Bucks are a different team at home. They defend, and the T-Wolves have just not looked good, and they just can't hit threes. That's the thing there with the T-Wolves. They have struggles hitting the three-point shot. All right, that'll do it here for this edition here of the Drive-Thru, guys. Be sure to tune in again here on Monday, live at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers here from Pick Dogs and SCP Benny. They'll go out the plays for you here in prime time. Monday Night Football and more on that day, so make sure you guys tune in. And, of course, be sure to tune into the morning show this weekend, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Mitch, we got Rod, we got Chris Ruffalo on the show, and a lot of the Drive-Thru cappers will join for that shows on Saturday and Sunday. Tune in. Don't forget all the great video series over at Pick Dogs. We have the Puck Dogs with Chris, and we also have Ron Zawacky there giving out the NHL plays. We also have Jovan's parlay videos. You'll also catch Jay's Jam Session, NBA every game on the board with a pick. Ron's with his college basketball pick show as well. We've got Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes, as well as the Betting Tools show. And of course, go ahead and check out on the archive the NFL show featuring Jay, featuring Mitch and Big Al McMorty, and they just shot today the Bull show with Ron Romanelli, Chris, and Mitch. So lots of video series up there here on Pick Dogs channel. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Set those notifications when we're live. You're live with us to get the plays in real time so you can get the best number. All right, that's going to do it for our show tonight. Wish Jovan have a happy New Year, Jovan. I'll go ahead.
Happy New Year, Tony.
You got it. We'll go ahead and bring all the cappers here from tonight's show. We're going to wait. Good night, guys. You guys all have a happy New Year, and we'll talk with you again Monday.